So today we have a web session about wood framing in Revit, and we will try to go through all BIM processes from design to manufacturing and construction. And my name is Renata Iuciene, and I'm application engineer at Tools for Revit, and today with me is Valences. He's our structural engineer. I would like to start about a few words about our company, and our mission is building BIM together. We create solutions to accelerate BIM based on the experience of the most advanced BIM users, and in this way we help reduce stress in BIM processes while saving our clients time and money by eliminating unnecessary tasks. Our previous brand was Tools for Revit. At the moment, our name is just Tools for BIM, and we do solutions for BIM execution and LOD quality control. AGACAD is a professional developer of BIM software and add-ons that are compatible with Revit, and we are Autodesk authorized developers. AGACAD has been an Autodesk partner for 25 years, and we have the oldest Autodesk authorized training centers in Europe. We have more than 8,500 users in 129 countries, and we continuously develop our existing solutions while also creating based on the needs of our clients. This is our main team that works on making additional products for Revit, and the most important value of our team is customer alignment. We strive to respond to needs of every client. Our work is driven by our customers' needs, so there are the benefits we strive to deliver to our customers, so it's less stress in daily work, easier BIM, and satisfaction with return of investment. And this is our promise to our customers, reducing BIM stress. This is the chart with all our products that we have right now in the market. We have different solutions for MEP engineers. Let's say we have solutions for fire protection systems, for working with radiators, for placing hangers automatically on, or supports on the ducts, pipes, cable traces, and conduits. Then we have BIM Tree Manager. That's very powerful for working with mostly maybe with the big projects, for changing parameters and parameter values, and for checking the quality of the model. Then we have cut opening. That's very powerful for making openings around ducts, pipes, cable traces, and conduits. Then we have Tools for Revit group. Here you can find different solutions for documentation and for modeling. One of cut openings, actually we have also cut opening that is free of charge, and today a little bit I will try to show you this tool. For making openings in the model and then for framing it. Then we have Smart Assemblies. That's very good for making shop drawings automatically. Mostly it goes for prefabricated elements. Then we have Sustainable Design Group. Then we have a Smart Browser. This is the group that contains 4 solutions for browsing your families from the content library and for managing them. And we have wood framing and metal framing. In those 2 groups, you can find solutions for framing your walls, floors, for making trusses automatically in different ways, and for working with the roof, wooden or metal systems. So in general, as you can see, in every group, you can find Rafter Plus, Truss Plus, Wall Plus, and Floor Plus. Just here, the principle and the methodology is the same for the wood framing and for the metal framing. The functionalities, they look the same. Just in the wood framing, we use wooden profiles and wooden methods in some cases, and then in the metal we use mostly metal different profiling. Also, I would like to let you know that we have released new version of the Wall Plus, and today I will try to show the new features of this product together as all other products that are under the wood framing group. So our wood framing consists of 4 products. It's Rafter plus, truss plus, wall plus, floor plus, and the roof plus. Actually, we are working right now on the roof plus, and it's under development at the moment. And all the frames that are created using those products, they can be exported to CNC machine if needed. So in general, the Rafter Plus, it provides a powerful set of intuitive functionalities for wooden roof creation and element scheduling. Then the Truss Plus, it goes for Autodesk Revit with completely new view to design of truss system in Revit, and it allows designers to quickly create, edit new types of wooden trusses. And the Wall Plus, as you can see, it makes wooden frames, and also it goes for making shop drawings automatically, and at the same time you can add frames, nailers, sidings, and also you can work with the log houses. So today I will try to show different examples for the Wall Plus. So the new version that we have released just a few weeks ago, it works faster. So the framing process, actually it works faster than the previous in the previous version, and now you can just save time on making the frames. Actually, in general, still you are saving the time in making frames, but just in this version, the framing process, it works faster than the previous one. Also, the new feature in the Wall Plus is innovative and powerful features that allows Revit users to create multi-layer framing with complex connections. And each layer can be predefined with predefined configuration for L corners, T, and connections. So as you can see in such picture, you can the tool will allow you to make different really complex and multi-layer framings. Now in the new version, Wall Plus will recognize inner and outer corners, for you could adjust different joints. So in such case, there will be more flexibility in modeling and easy handling with the complex situations. Also, in the new version, we have included more L and T corner types. And we added an option to define start and end connections for a light wood frame construction in the wall. And also with the new version, the users will be able to make custom families and complex girders and sills for the windows, doors, or other openings. Also, in the new version, we added possibility to distribute vertical, not just horizontal sidings automatically. And at the same time, you will be able to distribute mixed vertical and horizontal sidings. Okay, and also the new feature is you will be able to distribute the horizontal nailers, not just vertical, because in the previous version you was able to do vertical nailers. Right now you will be able to do horizontal nailers too. And then we added possibility to add 2 additional continuous bridgings, noggings, or blockings into the frame according to the different rules. And we added an option to control bridging and nogging placement. So the bridging or blocking can go through the frame or through the frame except opening, or only through the openings. So you can predefine different rules for placing those bridgings or noggings. Also, we have improved a feature for distributing details. So there are more rules for inserting different detail connections between studs and the plates. Okay, and the Floor Plus. Also today we are going to show the Floor Plus. It provides a set of tools for framing the floor panels, and actually it works in the very similar way as the Wall Plus. At the same time, with the Floor Plus, you will be able to make show drawings automatically. Okay, so now I would like to switch to my Revit. And actually, at the moment I'm showing the products in Revit 2016. We have already switched to this version, and I would like to introduce our new managing tool, like our new managing dialog. We call tools for BIM doc. This doc could be combine it with your, for example, project browser, where you can put it into any place you need in your Revit dialog. And here under the store you will be able to download the products like Wall Plus, Truss Plus, Rafter, or the Floor, and you will be able to activate it easily and use it. Some tools, they are used from the dialog here, but also the framing functionalities now you can find after installation in the tools for Revit with framing tab. But still, in this doc you will be able to know and you will be able to make sure that you have the latest version, and you will be able to see the updates if they're coming into the market. And after activation you will be able to know if you're using a network license of the product, or if you're using the trial, when your trial is going to expire. So it will be very easy for you to manipulate with the tools, and it allow you to know that you are using the latest version. Okay, so now let's start with the wall framing. And here I have just a regular wall with the layers. So here you just, it's like a regular project like you get from the architect. You can predefine the layers that should be created in your wall. So here I'm saying that I'm going to add the frames, then the sheetings from the both sides, then the nailers, and then the sidings. Mandatory condition is that you have to predefine the material for every layer, and that's it. Now after framing this, after having this wall, you can make a link between the layers from this wall and the framing layers. So here we're saying that into this layer I'm going to add the frames, then I'm going to put the sheetings, nailers, and horizontal sidings. And this is configuration that comes from the tool. So there are default configurations where you can save them later. So we will come back later to those configurations. So in general, you have to make a link between the walls and the framing layers, and then we can start framing. So now I'm selecting several walls from this project. Okay, and now let's press on frame wall. So there are 6 walls selected in this project, and now the tool is going to frame those 6 walls automatically. And it will create those frames according to configuration that comes together with the product. You can use default configurations, and you can modify actually them, or you can create the new ones. You can save it with your own name for your future projects and for the current. Okay, and we can see very easily the process of framing. So now the tool adds the frames exactly to the layer where it should be. So the tool looks into the wall type, the tool looks into the layer of the frame, and it takes the thickness of the layer and it puts this thickness into the frame. And even if we have not rectangular shape, the tool will handle with a set situation. Now, after adding those frames, we can see that the tool automatically added the nailers, some details. Also, we can take a look into the plan view, and we can see that exactly the frames that are added into the layer where it should be. Now, after adding those frames, we can modify and we can manipulate with any headers or sills. If we're not satisfied with some headers, we can very easily go to modify a frame, modify, for example, opening framing, and here you can choose any other header type. So there are different header types that you can select from this dialog, and after pressing OK, now the tool will update this header type for selected wall. Okay, and the header was changed for selected wall. Now, if we make any changes in our model, let's say if I'm going to now change some things in architectural side, anytime you can select any frame and press update frame. And actually, the tool will remember all the frames that are added into the wall. So you can select actually any frame from the wall, and the tool will know that all those frames, it comes from for the same wall segment. And every element is structural framing, so it will have analytical lines, and you will be able to put it into to adjust it and later use this model in analytical calculation. Also, if you want to change connection, anytime you can go to modify join framing, and you can choose any other connection type. And as you can see in the new version, the tool will recognize if this is inner corner or outer corner. So in my case, the tool knows that I have selected L inner corner, and you can choose another corner type. Again, you can predefine the distances or maybe some framing extension from the end of the wall. And again, after pressing OK, the tool will update this connection. Okay, now let's go to the framing configuration, and let's check the settings that we can use and that we can predefine. So if we go to our wall plus, there are different configuration types, and as you can see in the new version, we added vertical sidings and horizontal nailers. But still, let's start with the frames. With the frame settings, with the frame configurations, and here you can find default configuration names that comes together with the product. But again, you can save it, or you can rename it, you can delete it, and the tool will remember those configurations for your new project. Now you have to predefine the stud and plate families that will be used for making your studs and plates. Also, we're saying that the thickness of the depth of the frame will be automatically adjusted to the thickness of the layer. Also, you have to predefine your own mark definitions for every element, so what kind of naming you're going to use for the blockings or bracings, for the headers, because this information is very important because it will be used later in your schedules and in your tags. Now, under the wall framing, you have to predefine the distances between the studs. So you have to predefine what kind of top plates you're going to use, bottom plates. Also predefine some additional offsets from the top or base of your wall. Then we have opening framing. There are 3 tabs where you can predefine framings for your windows, doors, or other openings. So if we take a look into this configuration, there are I mean, there could be different configuration types for different opening sizes. So for example, for this small opening you can predefine one configuration, and for the big one you can predefine another configuration. So again, you can predefine the headers, the king studs, trimmers, other studs. You can use diagonal cripples, it could be Varin or Pratt. Then we have L connections. Like I said before, we have added more types of L connections, and now the tool will recognize if the connection is outer or inner, and if it's a regular L connection or if it's butt connection. Then the free end connections. Again, here you can find start and end connection tabs. There are new tabs in the new version. And we have T connections. So there could be such types of T connections, butt connections, and V connections. Then we have added more types with the bridgings, noggings, and blockings. You can predefine your own settings how those bridgings, blockings, or noggings should be distributed. You can predefine the rule. And also, this is very important, placement limits. You can predefine what are the limits of the placement. So it can go through the wall, or it can go through except the openings, or it can go only through the openings in some predefined height, height from the bottom face of the wall. Then we have added more possibilities with placing bracings, then for adding additional studs. Also, you can add additional bridgings, blockings, or noggings into some custom places. Then you can predefine the rules for distributing anchors or some other details. So you can just predefine the settings where exactly you would like to put them. Then for adding the holes automatically through the bridgings or blockings, then we can add some details only on the studs, and then we can add the stud holes for this, like a service holes. So this is the configuration that you can do for the main frame. Very similar settings you have for horizontal nailers. Again, you can go and you can predefine how your horizontal nailers will look like. Then horizontal sidings. You can predefine the sidings how the sidings should be distributed. You can predefine your own types for the sidings, and you can mix the horizontal and vertical sidings in one wall segment. Then you can distribute the secondary framing and vertical nailers and vertical sidings. And the last configuration, it goes for working with the log houses. So here you can predefine settings for making wooden logs. Okay, so now let's continue with adding nailers and maybe some other additional details. For example, if we would like to add bracings, we can very easily do that into some custom places. We can just predefine the points where exactly the bracing should be added, and the tool automatically will add it. Or we can add additional studs into some custom places. You can predefine the distance between the studs. Okay, then we can add additional nogging between selected studs. Also, if you want to update the connections, we can select any stud. Again, go to update frame, and the tool will update such connections for that additional stud. Okay. Now, if we would like to align studs, let's say this is the wool that comes from the second layer, so we can very easily go to align studs with other elements, and we can align the studs from two separate wool segments. Okay, now let's add nailers. So here again, I'm going to select several wall types, and let's go to add nailers. In my case, in the first level I will get vertical nailers, and in the second level the tool will create horizontal nailers automatically. Okay, so now in such case, if you want to have different nailer types in different levels, you just need to make another wall type and say that, and make a link between the wall and the configuration, and say that here you would like to use horizontal nailers. Again, if we have nailers, we can very easily align that together with our studs. So again, I have to select the stud and the nailer, and the same we would like to do with another wall. Okay, and now let's add sidings. Here again, I have to select the walls from this project. Okay, I'm going to select several walls, and let's add sidings. In such example, in the first level there will be horizontal siding, and in the second level there will be vertical sidings. So again, in such case, we can make a link between the wall type and configuration, and say that in the second level we would like to have horizontal nailers and vertical sidings. Okay, we're finishing with making sidings automatically. And one more example that I would like to show to make, let's make a mixed configuration. I mean, let's make mixed siding. Yeah, so as you can see, in the first level we have horizontal sidings, and in the second level we have vertical ones. And here let's add mixed configuration with vertical and horizontal sidings. And that's it. Now we can make shop drawings, and we have to prepare shop drawings. So first we have to go to the shop drawing configuration, and here you have to predefine the views that you want to get for the assembly, because the tool is going to create assembly. Here you have to predefine the view name, the framing layer that you want to see in every view. Then apply the view template, select the part lists and material takeoff schedules. It will be used as a template for making your assembly schedules. And just we need to select any frame from the wall and press on create frame assembly. So now the tool collects all frames from the wall, from my selected wall segment, and now the tool adds dimensions automatically between the frames. The tool applies the view templates, so it applies the graphical design like a scale and visibility settings. Then the tool makes their schedules automatically for those frames, so separately for the nailers and for the sheeting, let's say. That's it. Here we have assembly, and now we can check results. So here we can see the 3D view, then the top side view, the view with the nailers, the view with the sheeting, and with the siding and with the main frames. And also we can renumber those structural frames automatically. So here you have just to press on sort structural frames from this model. So now the tool will remember those elements automatically. Okay, and the same let's do with the structural connections. Okay, and let's check all other views. So here we have assembly material takeoff and the part list, and the view for the nailers and for the sidings. And now let's add those views into the sheet. Here I'm going to put the view with just regular top side view, then the front side view, then here we're going to add the sheeting, then the view, for example, with the nailers, then let's say 3D view, then for example material takeoff, then a schedule with the regular frames, or for example the schedule with the sheeting. Okay, and we can come back again to our framing configuration, and we can say that this sheet will be used as a template for our future assemblies. And now let's come back to our project. Let's select any other frame from other wall, and again let's create a frame assembly. And that's it. Right now, again, the tool collects all frames from my selected wall, and it adds dimensions, it adds tags, it makes schedules, but at the same time it puts those views into the sheet according to my previous template. So as you can see, you can very easily do a design, you can very easily make frames, but at the same time you can automatically make shop drawings. Okay, so we're finishing with making assembly for this selected wall. Okay, and now let's check results. And that's it. As you can see, all those views, they're added automatically into the sheet. Okay, let's go to the floor framing right now. As you can see, it looks very similar to the wall framing, just it frames the floor panels. Again, you have to make regular floors, and just as you get them from the architect, and then you have to make a link between the layer from the floor and the layer from the floor framing tool. So here I'm going to put the regular frame, and then I'm going to add the flooring in the end. So let's select those two floor segments, and let's frame the floors. And as you can see, the floor plus, it looks similar into the wall plus. So you can modify, you can manipulate with configuration settings, with really flexible configuration settings. You can add your own details, you can make your own, and you can use your own families. In my case, we are using Simpson hanger, but you can use any other if it's necessary. You can apply the settings for the framings in different. You can just make different rules. And now let's add the flooring. And the same as it was with the Wool Plus, you can make shop drawings automatically. So the tool will make assembly, and the tool will add dimensions. The tool will add those views into the sheet. It's the same scenario as it was with the Wool Plus. The last thing that I would like to show is an example with the decks and pipes. If you have decks and pipes going through the through the wall segment, we have a free tool under the name CAD Opening Free that you can download and use it for free. And first thing that you have to do before working with the cut opening, you have to to find intersections between the MEP and structural objects. So you're using just regular tool from the Revit. We can find connections between ducts, pipes, and floors and the walls. And Revit finds those intersections. We have to export those intersections into external HTML file. Okay, and then using cut opening, that is free of charge, we can go to read interference check data. Okay, we have to browse HTML file that I just created. Okay, also if it's necessary, we can add the cut offsets. Automatically it will be a small distance around the duct or pipe, and let's save that information into external XML file under any name you need. Okay, let's close the dialog, and now there is insert MEP objects functionality where you can select external XML file, and there is a feature that inserts openings automatically. If you have a big project, you can filter objects according to the levels or the categories, and that's it. There are 9 openings inserted. We can close the dialog. Okay, and we can see that we can see those changes here, so that will automatically makes openings. And now we can frame it. If we will go back to our framing model, this is the wall that I'm going to frame. So let's frame this wall. And the tool will automatically frame those openings, because the tool recognizes the openings that are created additionally. So you can make those openings by your own, with adding some voids, with adding some cuts in the wall. But here we have a tool that is very good for placing those elements, for placing those openings, and then with the Wall Plus you will be able very easily to frame it. Now I would like to show a really complex example with different connections. So this is a real example from the project with really complex connections. In general, if you are working with such objects, with such layers, you can even do such framing. And we have also, with the new version, we added possibility to predefine the frames that are built in place. So built in place, it means that this frame will be not included into assembly. It should be you should bring this stud additionally into your place, because it's not prefabricated, let's say. So in general, you can even do such really complex framing. Okay, so now I would like to switch the screen to Valence's screen, and he's going to continue with roof framing. So he's going to show features and the products that we have for the floor framing, so for making trusses automatically and rafters.
Okay, thank you, Renata, for the presentation. I will continue. Now, today I will show tools for roof structures like Rafter and trusses. So let's get started. From Rafter, I have a sample project and I will insert some roof elements. We have here a lot of tools to help us to do this. So first of all, what you need to do, you have to load families into your project. So I already did that. So schedules and framing element types were loaded into the project, and I will start just from creating common Rafter systems. After I hit this button, I can see the options window where I can choose the end types. I can choose the type of a rafter beam. It's a standard rafter beam or the I-joist beam, and okay, we can place it on the top, and the spacing will be 600 millimeters. So I'll hit OK, and we have all the rafters placed on every slope. This is system, beam system, so they are all aligned to the slopes. Okay, let's do the other elements. Let's insert hip valley rafters. So for this we need to select two beam systems and insert hip valley rafter here in the intersection, or I can just select all beam systems and insert all hip valley rafters at once. So I will do it like this. We need to wait until they will be generated, and yes, that's nice. Let's proceed to the next element. So we will use insert update ridge beam. Okay, so I will select again by using select beam systems by rafter option. I will select two systems and I will insert update ridge. Okay, so we have option window again, and we need to choose vertical positioning of ridge. We set up all the options and click OK. So we will have a ridge beam from the beginning of one beam system to the other. The other way to insert ridge beam, we can just select two rafters and insert update ridge beam. So I'll select again same configuration and same options and click OK. So our ridge beam will continue from this rafter to this rafter, as you can see here. Okay, so what do we have next? Now color beam systems. So it's the same like with the ridge beam. We can select like two rafters and hit insert update color beams. And we select options, the type of the beam, we select from girder, or we can, here we'll add some vertical cut distance, and let's see. Okay, let's see the result. Yes, now we can see the color being inserted, but everything we model, we make our tool so that we can update at any moment. So because we know that we have changes in our projects anyway. So I select the beam system, I select the rafter, and I can just click update color beam systems, and you see it was updated, and it's now continues to this rafter. I can select this again. I can update beam system and select like different connection type. Okay, and yes, now I can see that we've been changed, and so we can do the same with all the elements, update at any time. Okay, so next thing is girder beam. For this I will select rafters, hip valley and valley rafters, so I will insert girder beam. Okay, so we have type, we have a girder placement type, like we will use burst mouth, which the distance can be entered here. It's according to the rafter, and here we can see the calculated edge cut for for the hip and valley rafters, and we see that distance, vertical distance is red because it's not possible to insert it here. So we'll pick wall, we'll select wall, and we can see now all the level dimensions are updated, and we can adjust the position of a girder beam according to the wall. Yes, we can move it to the left or right, but I chose it to be in the middle of the wall. So okay, now let's insert another girder beam, but in a different way. So insert girder beam, and this time I will pick source girder, and I will select this girder. And now you can see that we have distances updated automatically. And okay, I will click OK, and we can see now that these girders are connected to each other and they are at the same level. So you can just continue from here and go around your building, and according to your supports and your needs, we can raise it up, you can leave it on the wall, whatever you need. So yeah, I will continue to the batten beam systems, but for this I will change my roof. I will insert additional layer because I had 200 millimeters here for the rafters, and I will insert now 50 millimeters for batten beams. So I will enter material I have already defined before. So okay, my roof is a bit thicker now, so I will do this command, create batten beam systems. Okay, now I have option window where I can select beam type, spacing. I will place it on top of the roof, horizontal direction. It will be perpendicular to the rafters, and I will click OK. So on every slope, again, batten beam systems will be placed. Yeah, you can see it now here. Yeah, on top of rafters, and that looks nice. Now, okay, what do we need to do next? So we see this hole and we see the rafters. So we will update beam system. We will update beam system and check openings. Again, options to set up, and click OK. So it will update all the beam systems. So it will update beam system according to the intersecting elements, like girder beams. Now you can see that rafter was updated like this. You can see that rafter was cut according to the hip rafters, according to the valley rafters, and they've been cut according to the girder beam. So they've been updated as it should be. It looks nice. So I select batten beam system now, and I will do the same. Okay. You can do this the same with all the other beam systems, and just to get fine results. But now I will just stick to the other commands. So okay, here we have a hole, and rafters and batten beams are cut, but I need to frame this hole. So I will select frame openings by face command, and I will click OK. Yeah, you can see that now we have here framing elements inserted, but rafters are intersecting with them, so I will select this beam system, and I will click again, update beam system. So now the rafter is cut according to the framing. Okay, and next thing let's take a look at this command, split beam system. So this is for the to have some more flexibility when you want to arrange in some kind of some arrangements of your rafters in different way than it is now. Like if you use the Revit option, if you select beam system, you can just make some modifications how they should be aligned. But you can see here's a small distance, here's a bigger, and we have some options how to lay out them, but it's not so much if we want to make it look better. So I will show you just how does it work to use split beam system. I will select this beam system and I will hit split beam system command. And now I will just enter the distances from the right and the left sides of the roof. I will click OK, and we'll see that now I will have 3 beam systems. Like this beam system goes for this rafter, and this beam system for these rafters. And now I have 300 millimeters here and 300 millimeters here. So I have more flexibility to arrange them as I want. Now I select another beam system and one rafter, and I will do the same command, and I'll set the same distances because I want to I want to have this rafter same distance as this rafter. So you can see now that they are in the same line. So I will select this beam system and this beam system, and I will use update beam systems and OK. Yep, and now it looks nice. It's much better. And yeah, so if you need some flexibility, so you just need to use a split beam system. And we have also recreate common rafter beam system option. So if you do something wrong, you can just get back to the default arrangement of the beam system. And for the documentation part, we have sort beams option. So I will run sort beams, and all my rafters will have sort marks. So you can use it to create your plan views. Like I have a plan view where I have filtered rafters, and I select just all the rafters. I will go to annotate, and I will tag them all, and I will choose framing tags, and I will hit OK. So you see now that all the our rafters have the numbers, and so we don't need to do this manually, and it saves our time, which is good for everyone. Okay, so that's it with the rafters. I hope you get the point, the idea, main functionality, and yeah, you should try it, and if you need support, just ask us. Okay, I will switch now to the truss sample project. So this will be the sample project for the truss, and I will change my tool. Wood framing, I will select truss. Okay, so Truss Plus let you create truss systems, separate trusses, truss systems over here, and sharp drawings over here. But first of all, you have to make some configurations. So you need to load truss types to the project. So again, I already did that because it takes some time. We have schedules, framing members, and truss families already loaded to the project. So I will use Truss Database Manager now, and yeah, you can see here now one type of trusses in the project. We can create a new one. We can set up a new one by using different framing elements, different sections, if we have created such in our project, and it will automatically update all of these types of trusses, and we will have another type of trusses here, which we can use to create our trusses. So I will go to the other configuration for the truss system configuration, and here you can see few types of truss system configurations. So we have step down, we have some fauna and so on. So basically it's like we can configure, will it be the step down, hip end or barn end or gable end truss system. We can choose to insert jack trusses, or we will leave it as a jack rafters or corner trusses or corner rafters, and we choose the top chart from the Truss Database Manager, the sizes of trusses, and we can configure, create new ones according to our needs. So I will just close this and use them in my project already defined configurations, and truss design settings here. The last configuration. So here we can configure jack and corner girder trusses. We can configure what is the minimum length for vertical webs, for diagonal webs, vertical webs in the middle of the bottom charts. So if it will be longer than this, and it will be inserted. If not, it will not. Okay, so yeah. I will leave it by default, it's these values, and here we have like if we want to cope truss elements, so we don't want to cope or whatever. And here the end types, overhang of trusses, and here we have a default type for truss builders, so it means like we can use this truss type to build our family truss families, special truss families. We can use truss builder to create them for complex shape roof. I will show this. So okay, we have here some configurations, and after the configurations are done, we just go to the insert truss system grid. If I select this, I need to select the roof, and I need to select the edges of the roof. So okay, let's try this, and I will hit OK. Now the tool suggests me to use this type of truss system, as you saw them before, and you can change this to this type or this type and so on. So we pick the system, and we define like truss spacings and other options. We have here from the roof automatically adjusted, so I will just click OK, because boundaries we already picked and there's no so much to define. Geometries, okay, and let's see the result. We should get a proper grid. Yes. So we can modify this grid if we need. Modify truss system. Yeah, and we can change the spacing. We can add additional girder to the first girder apply, and we can set up if we will use or will not use valley trusses and so on. So make configurations if we need to. Now we can see that we will have two trusses here. So we have a truss system grid now, but we need to generate trusses upon this. So there's another option to do this, generate trusses. And now we have to select for common trusses we will use what type of truss family we will use. So I will use like this, and for hip and for jack trusses, for rafters and corner girder trusses, what we will use. So after we set up this, we click OK. All these family types are loaded when you hit load family types, the first button. And there was families loaded to the project, but there are there is a folder additional truss families created which installs with the tool, so you can also manually insert some feng type trusses and similar. So okay, let's just wait and see how it goes. Now tool will insert trusses. It will cut elements one to the other, and yeah, it will connect all the trusses and so on. So it will shape them according to the roof slopes and so on. So just wait, because a lot of things going on now, a lot of commands to create everything. Yeah, so if you would like to do this manually, yeah, I don't know how much time would you spend on this, but okay, so we can yeah, I will wait. Just I will not switch to other window because it will just finish now. It's not so much left because I want to show you how to insert trusses to cover all this roof. So okay, last renderings, and yes, we have now our tools. You see here two trusses as we defined. We can see all the trusses cut and joined and so on. So that looks nice. Let's go. Let's do the other system grids. Okay, I will pick edges. Click OK. And now tool suggests us to use gable end trusses types. So okay, let's just do that. And do that again. Insert truss types, and let's proceed like this. Okay. Okay. And then again, we have truss systems. We can generate trusses. Let's overview gable end truss and common truss. Okay. Because we can use different type of truss, but it will be easier for me to do this. You can just use attic type trusses or scissor trusses or whatever. So what you need, it depends on your project. Okay. So we have a gable end truss here with a window. It's actually this in the family of a truss, so you can switch off it or you can switch on the window. Okay, I will generate trusses again. So there are many options to create trusses. You can insert BIM systems, you can insert trusses by model line, you can create truss types by model line, you can copy, you can array, you can update trusses. Yeah, so let's just take a look how it goes, and we will do some other stuff. Okay, so we have these trusses already. So now I will select and I will copy, I will array these trusses. Okay, I will array 6 of them and I will update from roof. And yeah, let's take a look. Cutting, coping, trusses, and inserting 6 of new trusses. So yes, you can see now that we have here an edge of a roof, so it is shorter now. And I will select this and I will do the same. And I will array 4 of them and I will update. And yep. Okay. And you see this truss is also updated according to the roof. Okay, let's do that on the other side. A copy array. Okay, and there was a left and right side position, so it depends on the beginning and the end points of trusses. So I already know where is the beginning and the end, so I don't need to think about it. Okay. Yes, and now I would like to insert like a truss between this and this truss. So I have a model line here on the level 2, and I have drawn it from the middle of the truss to the middle of the truss. And I will use this model line to insert new truss. So we have a command to insert truss by selected model line. Okay, and I will select the common truss type with the 2 pitches on the left and 2 pitches on the right. So I will choose this one because we have here 1 pitch and 2nd pitch. You see now truss is inserted, but now I will select the roof and it will be updated automatically. So I don't need to create any new type families or whatever, how to create such a truss. Okay, I have this one over here, and now I will do the same on this side. So I will choose the same option, insert truss from model line, and I will choose the same truss type. Okay, let's see now. We have new truss now. Let's select these 2 trusses, and this is the function I want to use, autocopy 1 or 2 trusses. And okay, so we had options like to set the distance between trusses, and there we will have leftovers. So in the middle there will be not 600, but it depends on the distance between these trusses. So you see now that we have new trusses generated, and they are updated according to the roof, each of them. So they are totally different, but we can do nothing, just watch. So it's great, I think. And it's almost over. Okay, yeah, you can see now we have cutted trusses. We have different shape, and they are aligned to this truss. So it looks fine. And now I would like to fill this gap also. So I will just again insert truss by model line. I will use like this one. Okay. And I just draw it in the ridge position, so it will be in the middle. And let's say it's capable to support these model pitch trusses I will create now. Okay, so yeah, mono pitch truss, insert. And yeah, take a look. It looks nice. We can also copy them, just like I will do the update, and 16 of them to the left, and okay. So just wait a few seconds and we will have this gap filled with trusses. Okay, it's almost done. Yes, it's nice. So I have showed you some options how to create few trusses types and truss systems and separate trusses, but I will switch to the other project now, where you will see like examples. You can download this project in our website, and you can see that possibilities of this tool, like to create piggyback trusses, like different scissor trusses, fin type trusses, attic trusses, gable end trusses, two-pitch trusses, one mono-pitch trusses, king post and queen post trusses, and so on. So there's a lot of options. You can create systems with the valley trusses. You can create bark systems for this kind of roof, and yeah, you can create something like this, whatever. So there's a lot of options by using different systems to work around. And then I want to show you the tool Truss Builder I mentioned to you in the beginning. So we use this tool to create trusses for different shapes of roofs, like we have such a roof. So I will select the model line. I will select this command, create truss type from model lines. So I select the roof. Okay, and we have a truss builder here, and we have a top chart as a roof and the bottom chart as a model line. So I create webs by using this tool and using snap points, and I create a new truss type. So new truss family will be created. So we don't need to go to the Revit editor and to create charts and webs and relationships and constraints and formulas and so on. So we just use Truss Builder, and and we have great results here. So let's wait. I hope we will have great results. So, yes, so we have a truss and all the elements are cut and they are the shape we need. Yeah, so actually here we have a model line which is drawn not in the like a straight line, so we can just do the same. We can create truss type from the model line and create a roof. And now you can see that the bottom chart is according to the model line, which was not straight. So we can have really flexible truss types. Okay. Okay, it's enough. Let's see the result. Yeah, maybe we'll create something more realistic. So yeah, so this is actually about everything I wanted to show you about modeling of trusses. Yeah, you see now we have a new truss type. Yeah, you can see here this is it. And yeah, so you can actually model almost everything. So again, I will switch back to this project and just calculate truss volume. We can do the same like with the rafters. We can sort structural frames by ID or by mark. I chose by ID because if we talk with manufacturers, then we need every single element with a different ID. So that's why this option is included, because when you send them to a CNC machine, it's necessary to have such sorting. And now, what do we have? We can configure our shop drawings. How should they look like? Actually, it's pretty simple. Like we have views, we have applied templates, and we use, or we do not use, some tags for our elements. We can choose title block and sheet tables and so on. So I'll click this, okay, and yep, you can create assembly from a truss. If I will choose the truss, oh sorry, I hit it twice. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I forget to sort trusses. Sorry, I just sorted framing elements. Okay, missed that. But anyway, we can come back and do that. Okay, so we have like 85 trusses here. So it's really quick to sort elements like this. Yes, and now it should work to create assembly from truss. So we just create views with tags and schedules, and we just place this to the sheet and use it as a template, as it was with the walls and as it is with all of our tools. So yeah, you can see here also the option to export to CNC machines. And basically it's everything I wanted to show you with rafters and trusses. So thank you for your attention, and Renata will get back to us soon.
Yes, so thank you, Valentis. I'm just coming back to my last slides. Promoting the BIM industry is our vision, and Also, you're welcome to join our community. If you are wasting your time in some areas in modeling or in documentation, you're welcome to write us, and we will try to help you in finding the best way. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions or any feedback, please write it into GoToWebinar questions dialog, and we will try to answer. Okay, so thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye. Yes, I just saw one question. Are you going to have any future training on the steel version? Yes, actually we have already some webinar records that we already did for the steel version. But yes, we are going to do that in June, someday in June.
Yeah, but if you want to see.
But yeah, but if you want to overview it now, we can send you a record.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Good question.
Yes, the answer is no.
Okay. So.
Okay. No worry. Okay. Thank you again. Yeah, and thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.